Hello dear students, welcome back. In this video we are going to discuss about double integration in polar coordinates. Previously we have discussed about the double integration with the Cartesian coordinate, but in this video we are going to discuss about the polar coordinate. Suppose we have given that x is equal, that is r cos theta, and y is equal, that is r sin theta. So we can say this xy is nothing but function of r and theta. So we can write as a coordinate, that is the r and theta. So whenever we write as a double integration, so our interior limit r is equal r1 to r2 and outer limit will be the angle integration theta is equal theta 1 to theta 2 f of r theta dr d theta, where x is replaced by r cos theta and y is replaced by r sin theta. So you will get the function in terms of r and theta, and therefore we can say this is a function f of r and theta, and that represents the polar form of the double integration. So whenever we consider the integral is the first integrated with respect to r keeping theta constant, and after that what we will do, that we will consider integrating with respect to the theta. So let us consider first question. So this is what exactly, so you can see that this is r is there, that means I have to consider first limit for r, and after that I will consider this limit is nothing but for theta. So when I integrate with respect to first r is equal, so I write r is equal, that is 0 to 1 r dr, and after that what I am just going to consider integration with respect to, that is the theta. So first when I integrating with respect to r, so what I'm just going to get r square by 2 over y to r, that is 0 to 1 and then d theta. But when you put the upper limit, so what you are going to get, that is 1 by 2 and r is equal 0, that is going to be the 0. But when you integrate with respect to theta, so you will get, that is theta over y to r, that is 0 to pi by 4. So you will get 1 by 2 into pi by 4, and that is what? That is the pi by 8. So let us see another question. This is the integration 0 to sine theta. This is the interior limit and this is outer limit as an angle. So this is the r is equal, this is for the theta. But when you integrate with respect to first r, so what you are going to get, r square by 2 over y to r, that is r is equal 0 to sine theta and then d theta. But when you put r is equal sine theta, so what you are going to get, sine square theta divided by 2 and r is equal 0, that is going to be 0. Sine square theta can be written as 1 minus cos theta 2 theta divided by 2. But 2 into 2, that is 4, so I can say 1 by 4 is outside this integration because of the constant quantity. So integration of the constant with respect to theta is nothing but only theta minus integration with respect to theta. So what it will be, sine 2 theta divided by coefficient of theta is nothing but 2. So divide by 2 over y to r, that is 0 to pi. But when you put upper limit, so pi minus sine 2 pi divided by 2, and when you put theta is equal 0, so 0 minus sine 0, that is the 0. So when you note that, so sine 2 pi is nothing but that is 0, so you will get pi by 4, and that is what exactly your final answer. Let us see another question. So it is very interesting question. Double integration over the r cube sine 2 theta dr d theta over the area bounded in the first quadrant between the circle. This is r is equal to, that means you need to concentrate on r is equal to radius circle, and this is what exactly r is equal for. So I can say this is r is equal to, and this is what exactly r is equal, that is for. But question says in first quadrant between the two, that means we are interested only this portion, and this function is nothing but r and theta. So first what I have to consider, whenever I consider r, so always I will draw the strip starting from the origin. So therefore I can say I am just interested for this reason, so this from here to this one. But it is clear that this is what exactly r is equal to. So our limit for r will be what? So this is 2 to 4. But when I want only first quadrant, so what I have to rotate from y to r, that is 0 to pi by 2 because of the first quadrant. But whenever you put all these limit in the our given double integration, so what you are going to get, double integration over r, but r is equal to 2 to 4 and theta is equal, that is 0 to pi by 2, and r cube into sine 2 theta dr d theta. But when you first integration with respect to r, so what time you are just going to get r raised to 4 divided by 4 over y toward, that is 2 to 4. But when you simplify, so you will get 64 minus 4 and sine 2 theta is there. But when you simplify and with respect to theta, when you integrate it, so you will get, that is the cos pi minus cos 0, but cos pi is nothing but minus 1 and cos 0 is nothing but 1. But it is clear that this is the minus 1 and minus 1, that is minus 2. So you will get the answer, that is this 60. So let us see this question. Evaluate double integration of r square sine theta dr d theta over the cardioid. This is the region, and over the cardioid above the initial line. So first question arises that how we can draw this figure. Here, whenever you consider the multiple and triple integration, so just draw the rough sketch. So let us see, first we are going to concentrate on this one. So this is our theta is equal 0 line. This is theta is equal pi by 2. And this is theta is equal pi, and again theta is equal 3 pi by 2. But if I need, so I will consider theta is equal, that is the pi by 4, and this is what exactly theta is equal, that is the 3 pi by 4. But when I consider theta is equal 0, so what I'm just going to get? When I take theta is equal 0, so what it will be? So let us say theta is equal 0, so cos 0 is nothing but 1. 1 plus 1, that is 2 into a. So I'm just going to get, that is the r is equal to a. So I denoted this is a and this is what exactly 2a. But theta is equal, that is the pi by 2. So what I'm just going to get? Cos pi by 2, that is 0. So I'm just going to a. So this is pi by 2. So I just mentioned that this is a. But when I consider that is the pi, so what I'm just going to get? Cos pi is nothing but a minus 1 and plus 1, that is going to be 0. So that means 0. That means this one point, this is point, and this is the point. But when I consider theta is equal pi by 4, so it will be something 1 plus a into 1 plus 1 divided by under root 2. So it is clear that it will be something like here. This at this point, it will be something here. But when I consider 3 pi by 4, so something it will becomes here. But when you join, so what I'm just going to get? This is our rough sketch, and that it is it should be clear to you. This is our rough sketch. But when I consider theta is equal minus theta, so still our curve remains same. If theta is replaced by minus theta, still our curve remains same, that is cos of minus theta. So it is going to be what? A into 1 plus cos theta. Therefore, there is no change. Therefore, it is a symmetrical about the initial line. This is the initial line. So whenever I draw the below sides of a curve will be like that. But it is said that the cardioid, this one r is equal a into 1 plus cos theta above the initial line. That means we are interested only this portion, upper half part. So for that I have to consider r and theta. So how we can consider r and theta? So that is the interesting part. And without this limit we cannot evaluate this double integration. So let us see. Already recently I have just said that whenever I just consider radius, so it is only considered from the origin. So I am just going to consider 0 to, this is what exactly our cardioid, this is a part of the cardioid. So I can say a into 1 plus cos theta. From where to where? So I have to start with the theta is equal 0 and up to till what? That is the theta is equal pi. Then I have to come to the origin. That means limit for theta is nothing but 0 to pi. Let us see, integration r is equal, that is 0 to a into 1 plus cos theta, and theta is equal 0 to pi r square sin theta dr and then d theta. That means first we need to integrate with respect to r, but sin theta is nothing but constant. So what I will have, that is theta is equal, that is 0 to 5. This is r raised to cube divided by 3 over by 2r, that is r is equal 0 to a into 1 plus cos theta, and sin theta is nothing but there as a constant quantity. But when I first put the upper limit, so what I'm just going to get, a raised to cube sin a raised to cube 1 plus cos theta raised to power 3 divided by 3, and r is equal 0. So what I will get, that is only 0, and then sin theta into d theta. But here you can see that a cube divided by 3 is nothing but constant quantity. So you will have, that is integration theta is equal 0 to pi 1 plus cos theta raised to power 3 into sin theta d theta. But here we are going to use this standard formula, that f of x raised to power n into derivative of this function is nothing but f dash x. So what I can say, this can be written as f of x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus integrating constant c, and that formula I'm just going to use it. So derivative of this one is what exactly, minus sin theta, but minus is not there, so I have to write here. So I will get minus a cube by 3, and derivative of the 1 plus cos theta is nothing but exactly minus sin theta. So what I can say, 1 plus cos theta raised to 3 plus 1, that is 4 divided by 4 over by 2, that is 0 to pi. But when you integrate, so what you are going to, when you put the values of limit, so what you are just going to get, 1 plus cos pi raised to power 4 divided by 4 minus 1 plus cos 0 raised to power 4 by 4. But it is clear that this is minus a cube by 3, and cos pi is nothing but minus 1, so it is going to be 0, and cos 0 is nothing but, that is 1 plus 1, that is 2 raised to 4, that is 16 by 4, and that is going to be what, exactly 4. So you will get, that is minus plus 4 by 3 a raised to cube, and that will be the final answer. So in this video we have discussed about the double integration in polar form. Thank you.